All right, welcome to 2024, everybody. We are in the new year, and we are back to Rogue Trader. Going to try to wrap this game up here in the next couple of weeks. So the daily schedules, now that we're into 2024, is 8 a.m. to noon daily-ish. Some days I might start a little earlier or late. Other days I might stop a little earlier or late. Hang on, somebody's at the door. ¿Qué pasa? Yeah, he can come in. I'm streaming now, so he can come in and do whatever he wants. Thank you for asking. Come here, Smeagol. Buddy. Come over to this chair. Come here, Smeagol. He went under the bed, so he may decide to use the other chair while he's here. Anyway, new stream schedule for this year, 8 a.m. to noon every day. Ish. Today will be a shorter stream. I'm not doing 4 hours today. Only reason is because last night was New Year's, and fireworks started at like 8 p.m. last night and didn't stop till what, 2 a.m. So I finally went to sleep at 2 a.m. and was up at 4:30 because just everybody's still partying and music and everything else. It's New Year's. It's one time a year. It's not a big deal. However, I'm not one of those party people. Like, I was in bed by 7 o'clock last night. Literally in bed with Chris, just watching TikTok, and by like 7:45, I slept fitfully until, really about 11:45, and then the fireworks went off crazy for like two and a half hours. All right, we've got quests on Dargonis. This is the headquarters for the palace. Pascal wants to come with me, or excuse me, Heinrichs wants to come with me. I don't know that I want him with me. This is really difficult. I would rather take... I need to check quests here really quick, so let me go back here. Make Planetful or Dargonis. Let's check my journal. This is for Jay. Palace of the Adeptus Administratum is located in one of the spires of Dargonis. Master of Seals. That's the Administratum? Which is going to be here. Let's do Jay's quest first, because she's my side chick. Actually, she's my main chick, but let's bring Liette. Really? I don't know. Yeah, we'll be fine with this. All right. We got to level up everybody, too. Yep. I'll do withdraw. Ooh, that's nice. The Master Technician begins combat with additional stacks of tactical advantage equal to the number of enemies. That's really nice. Yeah, I like withdraw. And we'll take that. It's great tank ability. Let's do create an opening. Because that's good for everybody. Oh, I got a few levels with her because we were busy with other people. I think I like poised to strike. Oh, everybody's unsuspecting. Okay, I'm happy with that. Perfect opening. Huh. Alright, I'm happy with those choices. Hang on, I hear Chris yelling. She's outside yelling at her cat because he's attacking other cats. He's being naughty right now. Alright, we are here to get Jay a license. Greeting protocol. Welcome to the Palace of the Adeptus Administratum. Identifying your lordship. Please follow me.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Continue in this direction to your destination.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, there's some goods here. Master of Seals. I'm guessing you're the one we want to talk to. An ancient-looking woman in a voluminous robe peers at you critically through her ocular lenses when you descend into the bowels of her bureaucratic domain. Another no-mobile bypassed the queue under the pretext of just wanted to ask. All you highborn ever want is just to ask. But what about protocol? That's what I'm asking. Who's going to follow protocol? Jay glances at you and whispers, "So what? I paid off a few clerks to let us skip the queue, Shireen. Your time is more important to me than any formalities." Don't just stand there, you're here now. Do you think the Master of Seals has nothing better to do than receive unexpected visitors? The old woman beckons over a servo skull floating nearby. Begin entry. Current hour. Current turn. Current cycle. 41st millennium. Metal manipulators immediately begin feverishly clacking, taking dictation. My companion wishes to obtain a Mercatum Tableau Officiale. The Master of Seals peers over her ocular lenses at Jay in disbelief. Then she looks at you. I take it you are her sponsor. In that case, you must submit a written application in conformity with template 404.01, as well as written permission for the processing and notarization of the personal data. Okay. Mistress Hadari cannot have a seal. Oh. The certificate of initial fish trader. At the words, the saccharine smile drops from Jay's face. Seals? What seals? Master of Seals said we'll discuss that when Renfail and Valancius have prepared the primary documentation. Abelard lets out a stoic sigh and rolls his eyes. You get the feeling that this is not his first personal interaction with the administrative bureaucracy, nor is it his second. Alright, complete the application. The perfectly sharpened quill scratches pleasantly on the parchment, but for the first few minutes. The obfuscatory phrasing, footnotes, and amendments, you are forced to write out the same details over and over about you, the protected Theodore von Valancius, Jay, and also every other living person who bears your family name. If you do not know all the required information, you must complete supplementary forms. That sounds like when I was doing all my immigration paperwork. The Master of Seals nods in approval and stows the scroll into a tube labeled with your name. Next is the consent form for the processing and notarization of the personal data of your most sacred patronage. Alright. Give your written consent on the presented form. Protocol executed, application received, processed, approved. Come on, esteemed Amar, what is it you were saying about seals? The old woman unhurriedly holds out a printed document to Jay. Here is your document, Mr. Hederi. Unfortunately, it does not have legal force. I can certify it as a sacred mercatum tabula officiale once it has received 2 seals of approval, which are easy to obtain. In the Imperium Court, administratum servitors have been handling such tasks for 150 cycles. One such is here on Dargonis in the Rogue Trader's Palace. The second is duty-bound to keep the seal in the Telikos Epsilon system. Oh, so this is not going to be an easy quest to complete. We've also got to find a seal in the Telikos Epsilon system. So why can't the seals be affixed here? Because of an amendment. Okay, so that quest just got way bigger. However, one part of that is in the palace, my palace, so at the very least, we can get that taken care of.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, let's go ahead and boot your Liet because Heinrichs had mentioned wanting to come along, so he may have a quest here. That's a cool looking view. It's Capital Planet, man. Long live the Rogue Trader! Uh-oh, whisperings. Probably assassins, too. Clementia Worserian. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your lordship. The stately woman in a long full dress uniform makes a grateful curtsy. Her short graying hair does not obscure her stern features. I'm Clementia Worserian, Court Chancellor of the von Valancius dynasty. On behalf of all Dargonas, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodore von Valancius. Clementia. Abelard offers a reserved nod. She nods in return. The lines in his brows soften ever so slightly. Achilles Scalander. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burnt face and bows his head courteously. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implants, and his thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, Secretary of the Administrative Department. I hope your journey to Dragonis was not darkened by unwanted troubles. Uneventful, thank you. Does your lordship wish to survey the grounds? Yeah, why isn't the governor here with you to greet me? Apologies, your lordship. Governor Drivestim's residence is on the other side of the world, by the administrative palace of Dragonis. We sent word as soon as you entered the system, but it takes time to travel the great distance of your domain. Okay, my logic test has succeeded. Chancellor Rosarian appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the governor's lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with the new rogue trader. Right. What, your last name is Rosarian? Lord Abelard's granddaughter. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so she earned her way here. All that concerns me is the prosperity of my protectorate. Would like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? Just down the hall. Also where the study and audience chamber are. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. You may be dismissed. Alright, she says, I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps for the meeting, the illustrious Lord Gabbard could spare a few minutes of conversation with me. I certainly will find my report on the state of affairs in the Vanderlands' protectorate most useful. Sure. Get up to speed on all things in the kingdom. Sounds good. So this is going to be like the ship. So I'm here. This is to the palace. This is where Irliet and Jay are located, as well as Argenta. Okay, so I really can't talk to anybody here, it looks like. Oh, there's a chest here. Well, let's go to the other room and see if we can find that advisor kid to talk to. I wonder if we could ever get to the point where we can clear the warp routes so that they're not as dangerous. Alright. We should quick save while we're here. Alright, we have multiple people here. Let me inform you of the location of the chambers of your dynastic estate. The main throne room is up the stairs and straight ahead. Your subject, Achilles Scalander, informed me that he humbly awaits the opportunity to meet with you there. So up the stairs and straight ahead. Okay. If you want to rest, personal chambers are up the stairs and on the right. If you need anything else, I'll be next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your order. Okay. I'm going to switch over to the controller here. Alright, well let's go talk to that guy first about... He said up the stairs and straight ahead, so maybe he means... Yep, this is it. Mr. Sadai, my patience is not easily exhausted, but you are coming very close. I shall not repeat myself again. No, I will not be issuing you any seal, not in exchange for your honest word nor a bribe. She's really on about those seals, isn't she? I can see the family resembles Abelard now. You cannot see farther than your own nose, my dear Clementia. It wasn't a bribe, it was a gift. Now about that seal. Ha! She does not want to let it go, man. Excuse me. I must ask that you rein in Mr. Sadari and put a stop to her inflammatory actions. As the Exalted One is my witness, Shireen, I've tried everything I could to spare you any unnecessary headache over the seals for the Mercatum Tabula Officiale. I even showed this aide with a temper worse than a sandstorm the certificate with your signature, but your Chancellor Medicate batting me away with her flail of baseless denials. I suspect that the reason for this has nothing to do with my humble personage. She glares at Jay. Oh no, this isn't about me at all. I see. Well, Chancellor, will you tell us yourself, or shall I help you? Help in what way, Jay? They lost their seal, Shireen. They lost it and tried to hide the facts from both you and me. Clemens is like, hold your tongue, peddler of Xeno heresy, and speak not of things you know nothing about. Clemencia's words cut Jay off like the swing of a saber. Then Clemencia turns to you, her head lowered in shame. I beg your forgiveness, your lordship. I should have reported this earlier, but there was never a good time. The seal Mr. Sederi is looking for was lost over a quarter of a century ago. Her ladyship Theodore von Valancius ordered a new one to be delivered from the Imperium, but as you well know, we are a long way from the Holy Terra. And with warp storms ravaging the Cronus expanse, we have never been able to receive a replacement to this day. Well, I have some grumpy options to choose from here. To have you flogged for withholding critical information. I presume the one responsible. Yeah, I'd have you flogged for withholding critical information. Unquestionably, lordship. She accepts your words with ice-cold calmness. A days in, I will submit myself to self-flagellation at the Wersarian family chapel. 100 lashes. If that won't be sufficient, I will add 5 dozen more. The loss of the seal is something a great tragedy, but self-flagellation... Jay clicks her tongue disapprovingly. Admit it, Chancellor, you simply enjoyed wallowing in pain while praising the Emperor's name. What the Exalted One requires of his servants is pure faith, not hollow torment. What possible use could he have for our tears? Those are just the ravings of the ecclesiarchy, and you just walk whatever road you are being herded along as blind as an obedient sheep. Excuse me. I assume the one responsible is punished promptly and harshly. Rest assured, Theodora von Valancius ordered to have the malefactor dealt with accordingly. Servitude in perpetuis, Sir Lordship. He now performs his duty to the Imperium without reservation or error. However, what of the worlds under Caligos Winterscape's rule like Dargonos was granted the honor of keeping the sacred sigils of the administrative harem? The archives of House von Valancius mention 3 systems that are presently under the control of House Winterscale. Forgotten Twins, Langren's Belt, and the Nameless Star. I'm confident the Administratum Palace is located on one of the planets there. Holy moly, that's a needle in a haystack. Yeah, even Jay agrees. We have a better chance of finding the seal in the pocket of some rich collector or fence than on a remote world owned by one of your rivals, Shireen. I suggest we make contact with any traders we may encounter in our travels. People in my line of work tend to have a good eye for such things. There is every possibility that someone has waited their whole life to return the great relic to its rightful owner. Alright. Alright, there's something I must discuss with the Chancellor in private. Oh, by all means, Shireen. I dare not waste any more of the precious bomb that is of your time on matters related to me, if I may excuse myself. I need to certify this Mercatum Tabulo Ufficiale. Okay, so I can't until I bring the seal. Alright, what are your responsibilities? What can you tell me about Dargonis? Okay. Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Devastating Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and neighboring systems. Dargonis is also the seat of several noble families. And lastly, it has its own fleet. A luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate may also employ privateer ships which use to transport cargo. Very cool. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds? Not at this time, because of the issues with the warp. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there in keeping them? Because of the hierarchy. Yeah, that makes sense. Any other issues I should be aware of? Dargonis was recently raided by enemies of humanity, but the fleet triumphed under Captain Marthius Wersarian. We have the situation under control. You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment for the first time. It's obvious that she's looking out for her house's good name. Despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words. Tell me about Governor Drivestim. Okay, he's well respected. Lady Theodora personally insisted he be made the governor. Alright, I'm succeeding at fellowship here. The way you speak of Drivestim, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No, I don't believe I feel either, your lordship. Her steely eyes stare into the distance, her jaw clenching visibly. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussion over the laws that are enacted, but we both work for the good of the Von Valencia's Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. Alright, thank you for the report. What about Achilles Scalander? Okay. The governor can wait a little while longer. I still have matters to take care of. Alright, so she's saying my actions or inactions may be interpreted a specific way. Not my problem. Alright, is it going to show him on the map? There he is. The slender figure, clad in robes made from expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well, says Heinrichs. Achilles covers his burnt lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you as well as her wishes for your swift return. Heinrichs frowns. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles thumps himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You can hear the clanging of metal against metal. I need to read differently. Metal against metal. I'm going to use my logic check here. I'm not so foolish as to fail to notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, Rogue Trader. Then again, I expected nothing less from Theodora von Valencia's successor. Allow me to introduce Achilles Scalander properly. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administratum, whatever, I can't pronounce these words, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. He was transferred into my writ by a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Chronos Expanse. I am sure you will find his service useful, especially when dealing with schemes of humanity's foes. Okay, condolences, yep, thank you very much. Excuse me, do you know anything about what happened to Conrad? He's a traitor. Word came too late. He came to the planet, left it almost immediately once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumors he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt. But it seems unlikely that the wardens got to everyone who has allowed doubt into their heart and now nurtures it in secret. Alright, promise me a report. All official reports have been forwarded to your Sentinel, but as for the conversation we're having right now, I wouldn't trust it to paper or data slate. Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargonis' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles, much like the nobles on most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whomever is the weakest, or whomever they deem to be the weakest. They are well respected, rich, and powerful, who held the Lady Theodora's favor for many years. But each family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with the transition of power, they will retain and even add to their lands and wealth. You should give attention to the drive stems, the gapraks, and the sourbacks. I should also mention the Wersarians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle, but to the Blue Bloods' great displeasure. Alright. Wersarians were founded by Lady Theodora's seneschal and are nominally considered nobility from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy. However, their position here is precarious because they were never granted an official title. They are responsible for the world fleet and the majority of cargo shipments. What a house Sourback. Alright, they cover distillation manufactorums that produce promethium. Said lately members have been prone to make liberal statements about the von Valancius dynasty. What about the Gapraks? Alright. So, they are from a forge world. Used to oversee industrial shipments until the astropathic communication with Kiavagama was severed. Okay. I've been to Kiavagama already. The planet was tainted by the cult of the Final Dawn. These are grim tidings. Perhaps my colleagues can pick up the cultist trail in the cold void. Alright, what are the drive stems? The ancient governor house. The greater wealth. The greater the wealth of Von Valence is protected, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that Urband, DriveSim's rivals, seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling victim to Xenos raids. I find these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the DriveSims, but we lack solid proof and it might never surface. The closer an official is to a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. Now feel the urge to have every one of those sycophants executed at once. You're well within your right, but this will cause multi-layered bureaucratic systems of Durganos to come apart at the seams. Alright, enough about the nobles. Anything else you wanted to report? Xenos and the threat they pose to you. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing. It is within my power to supply with intelligence and where and when the Xenos will strike you next. I do not doubt the Governor Driveson will beg for your protection. In this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, if I ever report a threat looming over the planet... Okay, hold on. I beseech you, Renfail, if I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from a rogue trader and his mighty void ship to avert a disaster. Okay. Scars on your face? 5 years ago, an accident with a tank of promethium. The Emperor preserved my soul. The physician saved my body, other than my lungs, with which I had to part. Do you know anything about the Cult of the Final Dawn? No. What about your unofficial work? Whom do you truly serve, the Rogue Trader or the Interrogator of the Inquisition? He quickly glances at Heinrichs. And whom does the Rogue Trader serve? The Golden Throne, the Protectorate? Could it be that one stems from the other, and if so, is there any sense of discussing it? I'd like a list of all your agents and the means to contact them. Oh, he's not going to. More spies from the Emperor. Be vigilant. Excuse me, the Xenos will no doubt attack. Alright. No other questions. Take my leave. Governor Drivesip has arrived at court. I imagine he's already prepared to arrange the meeting. All that's left is notify you ready to see your brand. Let's do it. Oh, hang on. I skipped that. It was a... The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For the moment, you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard. Judging by the scars and the exposed parts of her body, she's seen her fair share of combat prior to assuming her position of Chancellor. Okay. So the governor bids me welcome. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning. There is no need. I am the new ruler of the Protectorate. Let my subjects rejoice at my arrival instead. The bewilderment causes the wrinkles on his face to soften. Your lordship, these are centuries-old traditions, sacred customs and rites. Abelard, do not forget who it is you serve. If it is the rogue trader's wish not to have a mourning ceremony, his voice grates unpleasantly, then so be it. Perhaps the parvenu installed by Lady Theodora cares not for the sacred traditions of our founding ancestors, but Renfail von Valantis is a descendant of the true children of Dragonis. It behooves the ruler to honor its customs. How about, I do, but later when things in the Protectorate settle down. Or how about, come now, everyone, I'm as much as a parvenu as Abelard. No, let's do, I shall be the one to judge what behooves me and what does not. As you will, your lordship. Esteemed Renfail, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we sought to follow her example. Let us learn in our wisdom and persevere in spite of her tragedy. There is something that drives Sim's gaze that you find troubling. A hint of reproach, mockery, condemnation. You are uncertain whether this is indeed true or merely your guilty conscience playing tricks on you, stirring up memories of your past under the governor's keen gaze. So it's probably because of my crime lord background, right? Alright, so some time ago, the astropaths of Dragonis flew into a rage and had to be subdued. We're gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but contacts are still weak. Routes are still tangled and no longer lead to the systems that captains expect them to. Okay. Tell me about Conrad. Has she shown his face in Dragonis? Lord Victor visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. I shall be frank with you, Your Lordship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us. In the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her success, that gives grounds for all manner of rumors and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue trader, but Conrad Voigtver was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. Their doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed too short of a span, but I will prove myself worthy of my position. What do the nobility expect from me? Welcome to the Twitch channel, Cloned Noob, and anybody who's tuning in for our first stream of 2024, don't forget, We are multi-streaming daily from 8 a.m. onwards on Twitch and YouTube. The day-to-day stuff happens on YouTube with all the game guides, news, reviews, and so on and so forth. Check it out. All right. I'm going to do with commerce options. It's an intriguing concern for the Veil's 6 outpost. Doesn't your house happen to own the extraction station there? His eyes widen in fear. Lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions. My only concern is for the prosperity of the Von Valencia's dynasty. I've already visited Janice. She's no longer in charge of the world. She's dead. I've delivered Janice into more capable hands. His eyes open wide. The Vi line is broken. Oh, it will shake many who are connected to the Viats and who are used to the immunity that comes with our class. Ah, I'm shaking things up. I've already been to Kievagama. The industrial was overtaken by chaos worshippers. I assume the House Gaprek is in for an official investigation. It's too early to draw conclusions. We will wait for the results of the investigation. Yeah, Kievagama will serve humanity once more, rest assured. Alright, that does it for the planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Cronus Expanse. They've been a menace to the worlds this side of the Maw for decades. But now these abominations are on the rampage, showing no signs of fear as they attack ships, damaging you to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We're currently trying to restore the astropathic choir of Dargonis. Unfortunately, we were forced to slay... No, sorry. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers. Those that remain are yet unstable to transmit messages. Alright, Viobo 6 has been a particular concern in the last few cycles. We must discover the colony's fate. Okay. Smaller scale issues. So this is going to be kingdom management stuff that the Owlcat games are known for. There's a certain degree of tension in the capital due to unorthodox succession of the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal. I've prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What should we do about them? Send the disgruntled nobles, lavish gifts on my behalf, and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed by the rest. One last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time. I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by an equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Dargonis by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to the House Drivestem. One moment, which houses can represent me? Any of the noble houses located on Dargonis. I can use the option, I don't care, just don't fight too hard over the bone. Welcome to YouTube, Kate Thorgrenson. Let's give it to the Wersarians. Lord Captain, to accompany us at such a critical hour is the greatest honor for the Wersarian bloodline. Have no fear, we will not fail you. Drivestem tosses Abelard a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Wersarians, whose lineage traces back to a Navy officer, are not of Dargonis nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty. Alright. Let's do the ceremony. Until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony is postponed. You still need to fix the trade routes. There's the crisis, warp disturbances. Alright. Is that it? What is that? Electrified shard net. Demolition. Tech use. Ooh, what is this? Oh, those are melta weapons. I haven't tried any of those yet.
What do we have here?
Goodies? Which I can't get to. There we go. What kind of boots you got, man? Get out of the collider, bro. Alright. Okay, with some goodies there. What else we got? Alright, I think that's everything here. Alright. Find a path to Viobos 6, excuse me. Alright, so I gotta figure out the Winter Scale worlds. Man, that's a long way away. Alright, so I need to figure out how to get to Viobos 7. That's essentially the next quest. It's gonna be tricky. So tricky. Glory to the great Rogue Trader. I think we can go straight to the ship now. Actually, how do you get to the ship from here? That gets me to the palace. Out of curiosity, let's just run down here, make sure it's not the opposite end I need to unlock. Yep. That's what I was looking for. Return to the ship. So I think everything else is we need to forge a path to that other world. Which means, let's take a look at the map and see if it's readily available or if it's something I need to go look up. Because one of the things I don't have patience for is trying to find it. I'm not into that. Hufflecrum says, terrible news from Dargonis, Lord Captain. The subsidiary Hive City Scipione 8424 has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production is halted. Millions have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Others perishing in the wastelands. What should you do regarding the refugees? What is the cause? Still unclear. What say my advisors? I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs. Huh. I agree. Make the nobles. Remind the noble houses of their duties. The hives that have accepted the refugees are now overflowing with surplus labor. The refugees are willing to work twice as hard as the usual workers who are already exhausted. Many refugees have entered the Rogue Trader's service and replenished his ship's crew. Dorgonis' nobles took no pleasure in distributing the refugees. Some of them found their way into the personal service of the nobles, thankful to receive a Nutribar and a mat, in which they can rest. West could rest for 6 hours per cycle. Others could only attain the most grueling jobs in the manufactory and service stations. They may be oppressed, but they have survived. A diaspora scattered across the hives of Dargonis. No, I'm not going to find the seal on Dargonis. I have to go somewhere else. Like, literally, the quest just says... The seal can probably be found in one of the House Winter Scale words of the Forgotten Twins, Langer's Belt, or Nameless Star Systems. But she says it might also be in the possession of a pirate, fencer, collector of stolen goods. Is there like somebody I can talk to? It's like a merchant? We'll go back down really quick, because it acts like there's still a quest here, but it could just be a bug that it's not updated yet. I didn't see any other NPCs to talk to, though, so... See, it's pointing up in here. Alright, is there... What am I looking for here that could possibly be a merchant? Well, I guess there's some rooms over there to the right, maybe, that I miss. So I guess I didn't go up to my quarters. That's my bed. Ooh, a hidden door. Ooh, what do I got in here? I can dig it. There's Xeno artifacts here, man. It's good to be the king, right? Ooh. Oh, that's gonna be for Pascal. Or I could sit down on that bench if I want to. Okay. I mean, it's essentially all the people here. So I wonder why it's telling me there's still potentially somebody to talk to. Let's go down here. Maybe there's somebody down in here. I don't see anybody. Where's the guy that was outside of my room? Huh. Well, I'm at a loss. I don't see anything in here that I've missed. There's nobody to talk to unless there's just some dialogue options with the main NPCs we need to take a peek at. Alright. So nothing from him, nothing from her. Nothing from him. Yeah, I don't see anybody who can trade with, so. Oh, we got a graphical anomaly around Clemencia. Alright.
This is intriguing.
Well, I guess we're going back out to the ship. Because I didn't find anything in here. Alright. Well, I'm going to chalk that up to being like a quest bug. As to why it's not available. Or why it still shows me like having a quest here, even though I don't. Alright. Shit, I did the wrong thing there. Go down here, buddy. There it is. Okay. We are looking for forge a path to Biobos 6. So the planet is Mortis Ices. Okay, I think I need to go to the map here. It may be pretty obvious from the get-go. There it is, Mortis Aces. That's where I want to go. Okay. Oh, and it's also showing me like Find the seal on Janus. Yeah, okay. Why does it keep going down that fast? It's really annoying. It's not doing what I want it to do, so let's, there we go. I didn't need to scan this planet, but we might as well while we're here. Let's go back to, I don't want to scan right now. Scanning gets me into the whole planet grind, and I don't want to do that. I really don't. I'm just mostly interested in the storyline at this point. On subsequent playthroughs, I may go back and dive more into the planet management, resource gathering stuff, but I would prefer to stick to the main quest for right now. Can we not get up there? It's red if I go from here. Screw it. Yeah, I'm going to stop doing these one-on-one. Crew will receive military gear and a chance to prove their worth by dispatching the Lord Captain's enemies. The victory came at a high price. I don't care as long as I don't have to do it. Alright, I need to check my... Man, this is really finicky. There we go. The way that it controls here with the controller, on mouse and keyboard it's fine, but on controller it's super finicky. The Lord Captain returns to his study to ponder what the future holds. A mile later, his thoughts are entered by a timid knock at the door. It's probably going to be Cassia. Nope, somebody else. No, it's definitely Cassia. Welcome, Grim68, to the Twitch channel. Don't forget, those of you who are new, that we're multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so check out both places. Day-to-day stuff happens on YouTube, all the game guides and movie reviews and everything else we do. Alright, the Lady Navigator's valet greets you with a deep bow and humbly delivers a tasteful scroll inviting you to a private meeting. Very quickly. I'm genuinely curious if you can romance more than one person. Alright, hang on a second before I read this. I'm double checking something here. You can romance multiple partners in Rogue Trader if you want to, with a major catch. The characters can have various romantic scenes. However, you will be forced to make a single choice towards the end of the game if you head down this route. Don't expect to sleep with anyone and everyone forever. Ah. So it's mostly just for story purposes. So we can go with multiples, but we will have to make a choice later on. Alright, that's good to know. Cassia is completely absorbed in admiring the shelves of her new personal library, which are all but buckling under the weight of gilded and leather-bound tomes. How did you procure all these works? I am utterly astounded. I could not have dreamt of a better gift. That's because I gave her the library. Her ruby eyes demurely hide behind her lowered lashes. I was not certain if engaging in this long-forgotten noble ritual was prudent of me, and yet you did everything in accordance with the customs of etiquette. I must admit I rather enjoyed the game. I hope you did too. Um... See, this isn't really the way that I would like to. I like Jay's approach to things. Like, I don't like the whole etiquette and protocol, and we're doing things by the book, and secret messages, and oh, I'm gonna drop the handkerchief, and ooh, come on, get over that shit. Um, symbolic. Oh man. Hmm. Let's go with this option. A second later, an invisible force envelops you in a swirling torrent of emotions. Your heart skips every other beat in time when the lady navigates breathing. When her powers recede, the austere reserve of her face is replaced for the first time by passion. In her eyes, the curve of her lips, the slight tilt of her head. With a small nod and a smile on reddened lips, she holds out her hand, pale and trembling. Ooh. So, I wonder if I'm going to get burned by the third eye during this encounter. At last we have come a little bit closer. Alright. When her cold wear warms her, she awkwardly retracts it, trying not to pick you with her sharp claws. What I mean to say is, your servants have done obvious in their effort to adapt these chambers to my needs and tastes. I would like to retire after an arduous day. We shall see each other tomorrow. So see, I'm not into the whole timid. I've never liked that in real life either, by the way. I've never liked timid encounters. I like people who speak their mind, know what they want, aren't afraid to say what they want. Timid thing has never appealed to me. Don't find it attractive at all. Guarda en el congelador si quieres. Alright, back on the bridge. Check out the map. Alright, time to visit. Lord Captain, we have cross-referenced the key characteristics of the system with our astronautical chart. The planet Vebus 6 is located here. However, there's an unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike a massive release of toxins. Something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facilities. It is impossible to land safely on the planet. I can decipher the telemetry easily. Xenos. The armory and artillery crews are standing by. Oh, we're going to have to do a ship fight before we even get there. clean up on the across the planet system. Oh, a peculiar settlement. Planet can barely sustain life, yet searches discovered a long-lost Imperial colony cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than in the Underhive, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome the visitors. The captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archqueen Princeps Domina. Pay the Archqueen an official visit. The rulers meet the Lord Captain in his shack, considered to be a palace by the people there. The Archqueen's unusual crown is made out of metal coils, most likely parts of an ancient device for boiling water. The guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented. The Archqueen's minister delicately remarks the best possible gift the Lord Commander and his crew could buy with the replenishment of the colony's meagle gene pool. Yeah, volunteers from the lower decks. Nice. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's do a quick save because I don't know what kind of space combat we're facing. I'll be right back. Chris made up some, she fried up some plantains. So good, man.
Enemy contact! All hands make ready to unleash our fury!
Alright, we got multiple targets. Where are these bogeys at? They're both down here. Oh, what are these? Last Hatred Frigate. Well, let's check out my, okay, I should be able to do that. Nope. That sucks. There we go. Oh, they're just out of range. Ooh, what are they doing? Okay, just this camera zoomed in for a minute. I thought something bad was about to happen. Alright, you're gonna go down here and blow up. And you're going to hit the ship.
Already dead? Pathetic ashmugs.
Okay. That extra maneuverability is awfully nice. Can't quite get him from here, though. Not enough to take him out. Can I get him on the tail end? Oh, I can. Oh, still not quite enough. Is he gonna run? He's circling around. Oh, I can get him with my torpedoes. Surprise!
I revel in the spectacle of their glittering ruin.
A worthy deed.
It always feels good when you take out the enemy's ships, man. Let's upgrade the hull. RAM? I don't think so, because I'm never using it. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh. Expeditious reload. Reloads all macro cams that are fired in the acceleration phase. Looks for one selected post. 2 extra range. That's not bad. Vulnerability scan. That sounds cool. Let's do the expeditious reload too. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Go back. I forgot I have to do it differently. Vulnerability scan. And what did I say I wanted to take next? Hang on, why is it not doing that? Oh, because I have to go next. That's why. Boarding party. Flagship launches a boarding party infantry enemy ship starting internal fires, possibly causing engine damage to cripple the ship for 1 round. Plus 1 round for every 10 points in the post officer's persuasion skill. Ooh. All hands on deck. Place torpedo shooters. 3 per set of 1. Oh, I get 3 torpedo salvos instead of only 1? That's cool. Maximum overdrive until the end of combat. Flagship speed is increased by 2 and its mobility is increased by 1. Oh, wow. The bonus damage dealt by void ship ram based on the distance traveled is increased by 100%. Empyrean Storm. The flagship makes 7 attacks, each of whom targets a random enemy in 8 cell range and deals from 8 to 14 warp damage. Can only be used once per round. Yes, please. Empyrean Storm. Happy to take that. Ultimate ability is a ship in a high section ultimate ability. You can drastically change the tide of battle. Try using your ultimate ability and see for yourself. You can only use 1 ultimate ability per combat. Ultimate abilities are so powerful that they take significantly longer to recharge. Beware that they may still be on a cooldown the next time you enter battle. Okay. That's cool. Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many of transgressors, but the Imperium permits using convicts for hard labor on distant prison worlds like Viobos 6. To atone for their crimes before humankind, hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlifes toil in the mines of the Von Valancian's protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls. Down into the pits. I don't want Heinrichs, actually. I want Iliette, please. Since she's a Xenos, take her with me everywhere. I'll be right back. I gotta get some more of those bananas that Chris made up. I'll be right back. All right, man. Fried bananas are so good. Fried plantains.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Man's body is frozen in an unnatural pose. The body's been twisted into... Uh-oh. The tall, lithe Xenos moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by your elucidator. Macandus, Aelith, what is this? As one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon. By whose leave are you playing Lord on my world? Her eyes light up with interest. The monkey understands my speech. Why did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you a bout in the ring at most, without weapons, and soon without your skin. Deaver spits on the ground. The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they've seen a ghost. Who are you? I am Tazara the Deliverer, Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. Surely this is why you've come here, to fight for my ever-changing favor, and for the privilege of being the first to be chained. Iliad cackles haughtily. Such grandiose names for a soulless wretch who tortures the breathless and torments the powerless. Your words hint at a nobility you have never possessed. Tazara says, Cousin, what are you doing among this rabble? What an unexpected and tantalizing surprise. She licks her lips hungrily. I cannot wait to take you in my arms and clasp you tightly to me. Iliad says, Don't waste breath on your lies. Only the faint vestiges of blood connect the Asirani and the Dark Ones, such as yourself. Alright, address the fighters in the arena. How could you stoop to this, killing one of them for the amusement of the enemies? What was I supposed to do? Lie down and die? The ones who survived, I saw them boarding shuttles. They're going to take us away from here. Yeah, they're not going to take you away. It's not as easy as they think it is. My toys do not break so very easily. Abelard's to be reduced to a Xenos' plaything. A shameful fate for the scions of humanity. Alright. You've ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bend the knee. You will pay for this. Am I not paying for our mischief already? Am I not saving the worthiest among your kin? What kind of ingratitude is this? From the dusk behind Tazara comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidator to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience. She raises her blade and points at you. Tell the other Monkai that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule. Tell them to hold nothing back. Tonight they dance for Emiris herself, the great Archon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. Alright, we're going for a persuasion roll. Do you truly wish to die at the Xenos' behest? If we join forces now, we can end this senseless carnage once and for all. Success! That's why I put a bunch of points into persuasion, everybody. Exhausted and defeated faces trade worried glances. The hulking brute next to you hesitates, then spits and breaks into a grin. Gonna die anyway. Might as well do it without the heretic's brand. Slay the beasts! Tazara emits a furious scream and takes a step back, signaling to her companions.
Your kind has no right to exist.
Do not plead for swift death.
Alright, this counts as an ambush. Hey, Frodo. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. I'm gonna put you over in the other chair, but I gotta get you over here. Come here. Come here. It's a good boy. Yes. Come here. Want to say hi to everybody? This is Christina's baby. He's wanting to go sleep on the bed, but I want him on the chair over here instead of the bed, so I gotta... A good boy. You were out all morning this morning. Come here. Good boy. Ambush! I like how they spelled witch. Alright, They are all behind cover. Is there like a gate over here or something? Like, I don't see a way forward. If that makes sense. Well, I'm forward, but the gate closed behind me. Am I screwed like that? Is my whole group gonna get stuck behind me because of this gate? Oh no, I didn't mean to skip her turn. That was not very smart of me. Sorry, guys. Hit the wrong button.
Pay for this in blood.
Yeah, like that gate closed behind me. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out.
On it. I'll make it happen. I won't compromise my principles.
You call this a strike?
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
Woe to you! What an anguish to savor!
If it serves
think I
your
can
cause,
get that one
I
down.
deal death
Yep.
with my hands.
Is here.
If I must. I am not yours. Fortune favors the swift.
Yeah, I can't do squat with Abelard or any of these because they're too far back. That just seems not... Seems like it shouldn't be like that. At least I can hit them.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Who, if not me?
You will pay for this in blood!
Yeah, we'll go ahead and burn my heroic.
Accept your lot. Another enemy down.
I refuse to bow. What a disgrace!
Oh, is she gonna come down onto the field?
I'll make it happen.
High momentum.
Let's go ahead and hit him again. Right? How many do we have on the field? Yeah.
I hold all the cards.
It's as good as done. On it. I'll see to it personally. You never stood a chance.
70 points. That might be a new high. Missed that one. That's unfortunate. Nope. No line of sight. No line of sight.
Who, if not me? I'll see to it personally. Another enemy down.
Alright, the surviving fighters turn their head towards you one after the other. All eyes on the battlefield are glued to you. Alright, Iconoclast, we're going to stick with that. Those who fought with me get to the shuttle. As soon as we're away from here, I will give orders for the immediate evacuation of the remaining survivors. Nice.
Always keep your eye
So the
on
door
the
did
prize.
that was meant to be like that. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, anything else that I'm missing as loot-wise? Doesn't look like
I
it.
always have a backup plan.
Alright, we should quick save, by the way. That was a decent fight. But we should expect more.
I always keep my options open. This could be an opportunity.
Okay.
Let us not dawdle. Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Man clawed to the throat before he's died. So I don't know that we can follow them. Hang on, there's something over here. Let's just return to the ship.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I guess I
I
can't.
always
I
have a
probably need to
backup
quest
plan.
check the quest journal probably, because maybe we aren't meant to follow them. Because this is like a landing pad up here. Blades in the void. Destroyed the Xenos and their minions. We did that. It says, wait for response for Vertigonus. Versus parts of the Xenos, but the raid leaders evaded capture. Information about the pillaging has already been sent to the astropathic choir of Dargonus. Response may take some time to arrive, and it would be unwise to spend it waiting on the poisoned penal world. So it's telling
Is
us
there money to be
go
made?
off and do other things, because it's going to take a while for there to be a resolution to this. Alright, well, if there's nothing else in here, let's
I always keep my options open.
return to the void ship. So here's Christina's cat, Frodo. He's already sleeping now. Frodo's here and Smeagol's in the other chair. I'll have to go check on Lucas, certainly. Captain... we can start a colony here. Vivos needs new convicts. Various dangerous illiterates and Lytle thinkers could supplement the workforce. Huh. I mean, I guess we'll just do it. I feel like we don't really have any choice here. Dreams and stories. No, that's nothing serious. I have to wait on that one. I guess we could work on the Telecos Epsilon. This. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that not so fast because that's really annoying. Langris Belt, Nameless Star, those are the ones that's mentioning, huh? Langren's Belt, Nameless Star, Forgotten Twins. Yeah, Forgotten Twins, Nameless Star, Langren's Belt. So those three systems right there are the ones that it wants to send me to. Alright, well Telecos Epsilon is kind of like in that direction. Alright, this is getting annoying. I don't like the way that it snaps with the controller. We're going to switch back to the keyboard. Alright. Let's travel. Military gear. It's cargo, which I have plenty of. Alright. Now supposedly on one of these planets is going to be the seal we're looking for. On Janus, right? So we go back to our home planet. Hang on, did I not go to the right place? I didn't. I wasted 3 jump points. I feel really stupid right now. Where the heck was Janus? Oh, it's down here a ways. Well, is there... I mean, I might as well just head over here and... see if I can get a Latosian's Passage. Janice. Yep. Huh. Let's do Dark Sages. Why not? Maglev Railways. Sinister discovering Kawagama, Blasphemous Machine. What are the risks of using it? Assigns trans mechanics to listen in. Have them report anything they may hear. Alright. Protectors gain a new line of defense. Nice. Oh yeah, let's do it. Dargonis Restoration. Alright, slave rebels have lost their minds. I feel like something is wrong here. Let's go ahead and investigate. The drawing of the prisoners have been too systematic. Okay. Ooh, warp guides. Envirodome. Ergonomics. All allies gain +4 combos, +4 hit chance? Oh wow, yeah, that's totally worth it. Execute. Alright, so that's worth it. I need to update something on my list though. Alright, so we're supposed to visit these planets to see if we can't find the lost seal. And I did find ruins. Let's go with the party that we've got. Alright, time to explore. There's an obstruction here, requires demolition.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Okay, that's a quick save.
What a peculiar thing.
Uncover the pattern. single look at this strange pattern is enough to send your mind reeling. Activate the pedestal.
The whispers told me how.
The beacon's psi-tech belongs to the ancient Xenos called Kraves, monstrosities who enhance their mental control over entire planets with the use of such devices. Redirect the beam. Oh, hold up. I bet it has to go against this door.
This is intriguing.
We all got a wound from that, though. What is this? A cracked box. A furious male voice is calling from the old box. This is Captain Trevor Durth at the Call of the Bullion. Get your asses back to the surface. Get me out of here, you shits. Oh, wow. He lost his mind. Seems the pattern no longer works. Oh, that's... I'm supposed to follow the pattern on the floor. Herpaderpy. So, hold up. Redirect the energy beam. That's weird. Yeah, how am I going to create that, though?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
I feel like that was correct, but it didn't, Alright, hold up. Can I...
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
Oh shit, so they're taking damage from getting in the middle of the... I see. Well, that's gonna be...
Keep your wits about you.
There's a symbol back here too. Well, this is gonna take some further thinking, and I probably need to reload so that I don't have wounds while doing it. But I'll tell you what, everybody, that's a good point for me to wrap it up this morning. I'm going to do a shorter stream today because I didn't get any sleep last night because it was New Year's and everybody was shooting off fireworks last night and having parties. So I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep. So I'm going to get some shut-eye because I got to get up. I got a busy day ahead of me. I got to get a bunch of stuff done today. So check out all the information over on YouTube. We've got, those of you who are watching live on YouTube, just check out the videos that went out this morning. We've got some stuff talking about the new plans for the new year, what we're planning on doing, games we're playing, the schedule for January, February, March, and April. Join the Discord, links are down below. Don't forget, the new stream schedule is starting at 8 a.m. daily. We're going to be going, 2 to 4 hours. Most days we'll probably do 3 or 4, except for today because I am tired because of last night, so I'm going to get some sleep. But I'll be back here live again tomorrow. And of course, don't forget, we've got tons of videos coming out throughout the day, so check those out. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. Happy gaming, everybody.